Hello, welcome to Mystic Moon's Aries. I see this reading being for anyone. If you have an Aries sun, an Aries moon, an Aries rising in the first house. Aries as your signature sign. You have significant Aries energy. This reading is for you, Aries. Aries, how are you doing? How are you enjoying spring, Aries? I don't know if you can hear it, Pisces, but from where I am, there's a bird calling right outside. In fact, it seems like the sun went up. It's not that early, it's 7. Still is kind of gray and gloomy at 6, but shortly, Aries, the days will get brighter and brighter. Aries, if you appreciate the time that it takes for these readings, do give me a thumbs up, Aries. And Aries, also, if you appreciate their work that's done here, do consider giving me a tip or a donation. My channel is not monetized, Aries. I do depend and very much appreciate your contributions. Aries, with contributions, I do spread that around. You know, I do these for community work, right? This is my gifts to the community, the Aries community, with this video. But Aries, when you give a donation, not only do you help support the things that already go on here, but Aries, you also help support things like the astrological notes. Of course, if you only want it to go to fire signs, or, well, I usually do like 2 types, 2 elements, but pretty much goes to all the community. I spread it around. Just give me your name, Aries, and I would be thrilled to dedicate a set of astrological notes in your honor. So, Aries, let's go and check out your energy for mid-April. I always want to say mid-May. Well, May's right around the corner, but it's not here yet. These are supposed to get easier, Aries. You being a cardinal sign, Aries, how has the past 6 weeks been working out for you, Aries? Intense energy, isn't it, Aries? I think it's been intense. Oh my goodness. But now it's supposed to go and start easing up a little bit. Well, what can I say, Pisces? Excuse me, not Pisces. I just did Pisces reading. Aries, what can I say? We are in a 2025 year. We just finished a whole bunch of GOP that particularly affected cardinal signs. All this stuff too during Aries season. Very dynamic, forcing a change. Anyway, I'm curious to go and see mid-April. Yes, like what day are we on? April for Aries. I'm going to shuffle one more time. I'm going to bring out the tinctures. I do want to let them sound out. Okay. So let's see, mid-April for Aries. Nine of Cups. Ooh. Has been not overall celebratory of, well, let's say Aries, bottom of deck energy, Temperance, Empress, Five of Pentacles, not being appreciated, not giving the opportunities to move around or be treated as you should. However, Pisces, we have a Nine of Cups. Oh, did I say Pisces? I mean Aries. Nine of Cups is Aries energy. Excuse me. Nine of Cups is Pisces energy, which is why I said Pisces. Anyway, Aries. Nine of Cups, we have a change. I can change with a horrible energy underneath, how you should be treated. So that to me is horrible, from the public recognition that you have and the environment you're in, lousy, has been, should be much better for you, not appreciated enough. Also with that Five of Pentacles, that was bottom of the deck energy, and then the Empress and Temperance, exploited even more so, Aries. Just because of the situation, they say, oh, I have Cups for you, Aries. A change, a shift. Nine of Cups is accompanied by the Fool. We have Aries, Four of Swords. Nine of Pentacles. About time, Aries. Things are blooming for you, Aries. Things shall be blooming for you, Aries. And I still have that Four of Swords. Essentially what I'm getting is, yeah, there definitely was or is a time period, Aries, where things have not been going the way it should be. I'm not going to say your way, because as I said, with that Empress energy, still the way it should have gone. Things have been stagnated for you. And you've been dwarfed either in your finances or in your movement, or perhaps feels it could be even a little bit in your voice. The thing, you've been underappreciated. However, Aries, as I said, things are changing. We're going to find out more about this with that Nine of Cups. Because a whole new direction is coming. And with that Nine of Cups, and Nine of Cups is also a little funny too in this energy, because it's like, if you choose to, Aries, you can go and basically kiss the last 4 months or the last 4 weeks. And everything that was a part of that, I'm not going to say the last 4 years, but because I'm not sort of getting that yet in this reading. We'll see how it develops. But what I can tell, Aries, is for a period of time that you've dealt with, that you've been in, and that your feet may still be submerged in slightly, Aries, slightly. There's been a period of stagnation, and Aries, you're going to get the opportunity shortly to go and wipe that all away. Step out of it. Flick your feet as you lift your soles from the ground, Aries, and never look back. If you choose to, Aries, if you choose to, you can have everything just change radically and not bring anything to it. In fact, with that said, Aries, let's go and check out Four of Swords first. I am curious about the Fool the most, but I want to check out the Four of Wands. Excuse me, the Four of Swords. Biding your time with the Six of Swords. Knowing your value, and also too, almost like, just putting the the needed amount of attention to the situations that you've been in as necessary, but not much more, and being in stasis. Well, all this is basically poised for action. Poised for action and having a high sense of worth, Aries. Six of Swords, Page of Cups, Queen of Pentacles under a Four of Swords, a hibernation, knowing your value and just putting at the bare minimum effort as needed, when needed, but also not really taking the situation, well, trying to, right? Not trying to go and get wrapped up in a situation that you know is essentially temporary. Nine of Pentacles gets Hierophant. High Priestess. And Four of Cups. This energy is almost the same as the Four of Swords. Four of Swords was not really engaging just as much as necessary to, well, as much as necessary, but not really investing that much more, still having a high sense of self-esteem. Nine of Pentacles energy is more of the same energy. Again, you know what it is you want, what it is you deserve. Also, too, you don't really have to go and show everything at face value. Also, too, this is like quiet, self-contained energy, not really the fact that you have to go around Aries and say, oh, I can do this, or I can do that, or I'm this and I'm that. You don't need external validation, and although you don't need external validation, Aries, just by your simple presence says it all, Aries. Very self-contained energy, which also, too, what that tells me, Aries, is don't engage with anything that's not really your level. Don't explain yourself as well, Aries. Self-contained, Aries. Now let's go and check out this folder I am most excited about. Six of Cups, Judgment, Five of Cups. I have 3 nines that have come up so far, Aries. Shortly, Aries, as much as you want to kiss the past goodbye, you can. As much as you want to make a drastic change, Aries, you can. I am saying drastic change, not change, a drastic change. I feel like if you want, Aries, to make a subtle change or just change, maybe just improve what you are currently doing or in or involved in, Aries, I do have a blessing for you right here, but I feel like if you just want to sort of maintain what you have and grow it, that's not really what I'm feeling or what I'm gathering here in this message. What I'm getting here, Aries, is if you want a drastic change, if you want to change, not so much to improve upon your current situation, whatever that may be, but if you're ready to literally drain a reservoir, Aries, if you're willing to mow down a field, Aries, if you're ready to go and pack everything up and go somewhere else, Aries, if you're ready to go and change a new job, Aries. I feel like the bigger the changes that you want, Aries, because the energy that I have here is basically, I have a cycle, Aries, in my hands in this whole spread. I have a cycle, and as I said, I don't know how long that's been for you here at the collective level, but it's been a period of time. It could be as short as 4 weeks, Aries, but I'm not really getting that. It's at least as long as 4 months. It's long. And that has been tiresome. And yes, I could tell that you have been putting work into it. It's been involving work, not something that you could just simply be in and exist, but you've actually had to go and work it. And Aries, what I have in my hands is if you want to go and drastically change that situation right now, that drastic change, those opportunities, those nexus points, those steps, those lily pads for you to hop on, Aries, that is what's being generated for you to make a change, a complete change from wherever you're at right now and wherever you've been and been wallowing through. That's the energy that I have here. Not about salvaging, Aries, about chucking and getting something completely new. That's what I have for you. I have a new start for you, Aries, in my hands. If you want a new start, and as I said, I'm not really feeling so much a continuation, like you could say, like, let's use this example, Aries. Like, Aries, if you had a store and that store was in a sleepy little town, Aries, and maybe that business of the store was lousy, Aries, because it's been winter and blah, blah, blah. And now maybe, Aries, you're saying, now spring is coming, summer will be here, more foot traffic will be out there, more business will come to my store. Aries, I feel like that's not the Nine of Cups energy that I have here to apply to that. That's just continuing the same situation. But Aries, let's say you have that store in that small little town and you say, well, what if I take my little store that's had the lousy business for the past couple of months, and if I take that store, Aries, and I move to another town, I move to another location, I sell the store to someone else, I start a new venture, right? Those are the sorts of drastic changes I'm talking about. I don't even feel so much to Aries in this energy. Like if you had that, using that same example, if you had a store and if you were there saying, okay, well, now I'm selling knickknacks, I'm going to open it up to be a coffee shop. That is not really going to bring you the blessings of the Nine of Cups, because Aries, you're still working in the same environment, the same ley lines, the same energetic. Every place, just like every person has an energy of vibration, Aries, every place has an energy. And then when people and life builds or dies on a specific spot of real estate, Aries, then that land starts vibrating with the people that either worked, lived, breathed, cried, smiled, laughed on top of it. So that's why if you're there trying, Aries, in the example of, let's say, like if you were there, I still have the retail store, I'm going to change it from retail to a coffee shop. That's not a drastic change, because you're changing, yes, the products that are being sold, but you're still operating on the same energetic spot, the same energy. So think about that, Aries. That's what I have for you. If you want to make drastic changes, not salvage or continue or make better or build upon, let's say, the subpar situations that you've been wallowing in. But if you want, Aries, completely new dynamics with completely new people, that's the blessing that's coming for you if you want it. And that energy, by the way, Aries, is very effortlessly. I just did a reading for Pisces, and Pisces has a blessing too coming their way. But for Pisces to get their blessing, Pisces has to work it. Aries, in this energy that I have for you, you do not have to work it. You need to be open and receptive simply to change. That's all that's required here. That's all you need, is to recognize what you have been dealing with. Aries has been, and that there is better for you. So, Aries, if you appreciate the time in this reading, do consider making a tip or a donation either through Cash App or Buy Me a Coffee. I'll put out astrological notes in your honor, Aries. Just give me your name, Aries. And Aries, until the next reading, I am wishing everybody the most beautiful day. Bye-bye.